it's looking good. Oh. Yeah, this one's low. Look at that. Ahoy! We're the Boomershines, a family of 4 who've moved aboard a 56-foot motor yacht to do the Great American Loop and beyond. Meet Captain Mark. I'm Admiral Cinda. This is First Mate Belle and Bosun Rex. And we can't forget the ship kiddies, Angie and JoJo. Welcome aboard as we share our travels and triumphs, trials and tribulations, tips and tricks for life aboard Seashine.
Welcome back, all you dutiful digital voyagers. We've made it to episode 41. In this episode, I'll ask you to take a moment. Imagine you've been transported back 150 years to an earlier time on the Erie Canal, as Seashine transits a rich part of American history. You can almost imagine the smells of the mule team and the pipe smoke of the canal boat captain. Now keep that frame of mind and let's start to transit the Erie Canal.
Good morning from upstate New York at the start of the Erie Canal. We have a big day ahead of us. Big day. So the Erie Canal was completed over 200 years ago, and it was considered the 8th wonder of the world. It was an engineering feat and marvel, and the second longest canal in the world when it was built. It connects the Great Lakes with the Atlantic Ocean via the Hudson River. So it really opened commerce and trade and ideas. So it was a pretty big deal back then. The cool part of it is that it's still going today and we get to ride up it. Now it's mostly recreational traffic operating or going through these 200-year-old locks. And we're gonna start going in about 45 minutes. So we've got about 10 locks to go today. And then we'll pull up on a town wall similar to this one, I think, for the night. So here we go. Our first 5 locks are considered a flight of locks. So basically the stair step, and I gotta check how many feet we go up, but I think it's like 160 feet from our current water level, which is a little above sea level. We've already done one lock, the Federal Lock, just north of Troy, North Carolina. And we're just gonna start going higher and higher and higher until we get to the Great Lakes. I think we go down a few locks too. I think it's like a Good morning. Are you ready to lock? Not really. Good morning. Are you ready to lock? Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, Mom.
You ready to pop and lock?
Pop and lock.
And good morning, Erie Canal, lock number 2. We're coming for you. It's got some wind this morning. That is gonna up our level of difficulty. Faux show. On this cute little Waterford wall. Okay, so for reference, here is where we are right now. We did this lock yesterday. I'm gonna do a bunch of locks there today, a flight of 5. And then, so that'll get us 2 through 6, then 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we're probably gonna stop at 11. So that's the plan. And then the next night we're gonna go all the way to Little Falls. I think maybe we can make it farther. And then here, and then here. And then off to Canada. There she blows. The orange fenders are already set for the locks. I'm gonna untie all this creative stuff, unplug, unhook the water. So, we're heading into this lock, but we got a really low bridge. I think we got it. Oh, we got it. Folks, this is a hard lock. It is moving fast. It is moving super fast. And, oh, you're going back, Mark. And we couldn't get bow and stern, only center. We're just going to stick with center from now on because bow and stern did not work, and that was a disaster. But we're all good. top of the log. Fingers crossed. Hi guys. Ooh-wee. Whatever this bridge is, it's definitely our lowest thus far. Well, the good news is we got like 18 inches. Looking good, looking good. I think we're gonna have plenty of room. You are looking solid, babe. And by plenty of room, I mean like maybe 18 inches, possibly 24. Okay, we made it, we're good. Oh yeah, as soon as it closes. Okay, I'm gonna help Rex. Are you good with helping Val? Okay, so here we go, buddy. We're locking, lock number 3. Okay, it's a lot of work. We're doing 10 locks today. These are intense. Got Rex manning the stern line. And then coming through. We've got Dad who's by the helm, managing center ship, and Belle's just got a little bow accident. So if we needed that line, we got it, but the bow of the boat's being held.
Hello from the pilot house inside of Seashine. Today has been very adventuresome. We are in our 4th lock on the Erie Canal. This is lock number 5. We did one yesterday. This is the view as you're going through a lock. Look at Belle. She's holding the line. I hold the midship line. And hey guys, look out over the stern. Anyway, yeah, first one was challenging. We're doing better now. The kids are doing amazing. And when it raises, it goes fast. And there's our neighbor boat right next to us. So you have about 3 feet in between you. All right, there we go. I got to get back to locking.
It'll ruin it if you try to turn it on. Hey buddy, what just happened?
I dropped my headset accidentally.
And then what happened?
We got it.
We fished it out of the lock.
And it's good.
It floats and we think it still has power, but we're gonna let it dry out for a while so it doesn't short out. I mean, if that is the case, I mean, look at, if this comes back to life, it's the ultimate ad. I didn't have footage of me fishing for the headset. It was between the boat and the lock, so we couldn't get it until we started moving. So then when we started motoring, I was back on the swim platform with our handy net. Yet another thing that our sweet son has needed fishing out, but we did it. Oh, there's original portion of the canal, guys. So when they made the canal wider and deeper, that section I think was abandoned. Tons of room. I'd say at least 3 feet. And here's my if I touch and I can't touch. Good! I'm good. Just, you know, being a bridge. In this episode of Learn from Our Mistakes, of today's mistakes, number 1, don't leave the dock without your Garmin working, because it's a weird feeling. We still have navigation on our phones and our iPads, but we do not have a depth finder. So that would be number 1. Number 2, don't just throw the lines and go in the lock. At Waterford, we needed time to reset our fenders and get prepped for the lock. And once you throw your lines, if the gate is open, I mean, you're in and going. So that was stressful. Number 3, this is just for what we've learned, is that headsets float. We've yet to determine whether or not it'll still work, but good to know. So there you have it. Learn from our mistakes. These two are just relaxing their way through the locks in their room. Oh, stretch! So locking is work. It's really cool from an engineering perspective how it works, but getting your boat successfully and safely into the tight channel without hitting any other boats, grabbing the cable. So these channels, we have a cable that we tie a midship line around. I'll show a picture of that. And then we so far have been able to also grab a bow line and a stern line, which is a weighted rope hanging from the top of the lock. So the kids each have that. Mark, while at the helm, can hold the midship cable, and I run around helping everybody do everything. The tricky part is when they open the gates and let the water in, as the boat is rising, or I guess when we go back down it'll lower, lots of things can happen. Fenders can catch on a snag on the wall, ropes can catch on a snag on the wall, the force of the water is moving the boat around. It's an adventure. And every lock we've had a little bit of a different challenge. This last one, our bow kept smashing against the wall and our fenders were like, so anyway, yeah, we should do a how to do a lock video, but every lock has different challenges, and I guess the rate at which they let the water in and out will impact how much you move around when you're going up and down. So anyway, we just did lock number 7. We're gonna go all the way through lock 11 today, and then we're gonna celebrate. They're gorgeous. We are approaching Rexford, New York, and the Rexford Bridge. There it is. There's your bridge, buddy. We got the news shoppers checking to see if we're gonna get under this 21-foot bridge. Okay, so this one we have plenty of space, but it still feels tight. But I can't touch, so we got that going for us. But I wouldn't say this was 5 feet above us. Nothing to see here. Oh, we made it. That was pretty funny. So I'm up top so that I can check the height with the bridges. But look how narrow that space is. You wouldn't think we could get through here. You can't hear Mark, but he's saying this is absolutely bonkers. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't look at that and think we could. Your height's looking good. That is so tight. Oh, and I might be able to touch this one. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, this one's low. I can't touch, so we got that going for us. But wowzers! Look at that. Look at that. ready to go into the locks?
There's a green light, red light, just like on the road, but they keep it red until it is clear. The other obvious thing is the doors are closed, so once those doors open to let us in, then the green light will flash. The stuff on the right is the spillway, because that keeps the level of everything up there at the same level, and then the lock can do what it needs to. But I don't see the green light. I don't even see the red light.
I see the red light through the binoculars. Okay. Motoring into lock number 8. Need to get into these things because they're tight. Let's see how we do. But you gotta get us over to that wall. So I'm holding this line now because it's too short to go through a hose pipe, but we are all the way up. Dad's got that line. Check it out. What you think, buddy? You're doing a great job. That right there I could touch. Stood on my tippy toes, but I could touch that guy. Woo-wee. Okay, so we've done 7 locks. We thought we'd gotten our drill down, and now we've just been told that the next 3 locks today, which is all we're doing today, are going to be port side hanging ropes. The problem with that is we've been starboard side, and Mark has been able to manhandle a rope. So we're not going to have Mark. So we're going to have super strong Bell and Rex.
But you should be in midship, huh?
Yeah.
Because that's most important.
Like a rushing waterfall to make getting into a lot more tricky. That's awesome. There's goats. What side you going through? I could have touched that one.
Okay, this is lock number 10 of 11 today. The water flow against that and push us against the wall. So I constantly come over here and keep us off. Here comes the lock master.
Okay, so here's our setup. We have a hose pipe cleat to it. And then down there, they're doing the same thing. Hey guys, wave! Everybody doing okay? Okay. I don't know if we're going up yet. Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's see what our vertical is on this guy. It's 22 feet, they say. Holy Nikes. Yeah, we're gonna be tight at 20 feet. Thank you. Okay. We're in Amsterdam, New York. We're approaching our last lock of the day, lock number 11 on the Mohawk River. Last lock of the day, number 11. Mark's gonna ease it into the lock. We're gonna grab the ropes, and then we're gonna lift up about 15 feet. Grabbed our line, got it around our hose pipe. I'm using that to protect the teak. And my little people are back there. Okay, now we made it to the top. You can see down here is the lock wall. Here's my weighted line that I'm getting ready to drop in. There's my crew. Sort of. Pretty soon when the gates are open, which are opening, we'll motor forward. Hallelujah. We made it to our spot for the night, which is literally on a wall and outside of Amsterdam, New York. And I'm exhausted.
New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam?
Mm-hmm. Old Amsterdam is over there.
It's my people. Hey, everybody, I
Bring
think
it
this
in,
deserves a Team Boomershine.
Bring it in. You guys were amazing.
You guys are awesome.
1, 2, 3.
Team
Boomershine! Train tracks. Boats. Dams. Okay, so we left the boats right there. There's the lock that we went through, number 11. There's the train track. And here's Russo's grill right here.
Okay. Wait, Mark. Do you think you got enough? I'm not sure I got enough.
Why not?
Here you go.
I feel like it's huge.
Are you kidding me? But it's a baby skunk! Where's its mom? Where's your mama? Can we talk about this? Things I did not expect to see on the loop. A baby skunk might be on that list. That is just beautiful. There's all sorts of logs in the water. But there's the spillway, there's the lock, and my little skunk friends up here. Look how gorgeous. I'm gonna go check all this out. When you see it like this, it looks so small for our big boat to go through. So here's the lock chamber. Normal. You can see the water level there, and this seems like mid-level. It's not all the way up. Let's look. Definitely not all the way up. I'm not gonna lie. It felt like we're in the middle of, not in the middle of nowhere, but just kind of peaceful, serene little spot. But it's really cool to see these locks when you're not trying to lock through them. Okay, so they leave the lock at night like halfway between the two levels, which is interesting. And here it is. This is what we came in, and then that's what we went out. Pretty cool, right? Kind of obsessed with seeing all this when I'm not frantically trying to work lines and make sure we don't crash into that wall. Okay, there's my tiny skunk friend. I see you. I'm good. Are you good? Yeah. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna walk over here. I mean, look at that sunset. Look how beautiful. There's that lock.
Well, I don't know about you, but I had no idea locking would be so physical. It almost feels like Seashine and crew transformed into a working boat rather than a pleasure vessel. And can we talk about those bloody low bridges? Goodness gracious me. I guess that's the great loop for you. All sorts of surprises along the way. Stay tuned for the next episode as Seashine continues along the Erie Canal and yup, you guessed it. More locks. Until then, drop the crew a comment and as always, shine on.